Greetings and talofa everyone. My name is Nive Siona. Today, I will be discussing emerging adulthood and the challenge of balancing school and family responsibilities. Emerging adulthood is the stage between ages 18 and 29, where individuals are still discovering who they are, their goals, and their future. During this time, people are expected to focus on education while also taking on more responsibilities within their families. Because of this, many individuals experience pressure trying to manage both areas at the same time. This stage is important because it shapes my identity, my values, and my future. However, the transition into adulthood is not always easy, especially when my school responsibilities and my family responsibilities begin to overlap. First, I want to talk about career demands. As a college student, I spent a lot of my time attending classes, completing assignments, studying, and preparing for my future career. Since I want to become a teacher, I spent hours learning how to create lesson plans and how to teach effectively with different teaching strategies. Sometimes, I feel like I am working a full-time job, but the only thing I get paid in is stress and deadlines. According to Eric Erickson, people go through different stages of development, and each stage has a challenge that helps shape who we become. In this stage of my life, the focus is on building skills, becoming independent, and preparing for adulthood. This explains why my education feels so important and why I push myself so hard. It is because I am trying to build my future. At the same time, Yuri Bronfenbrenner explains that our development is influenced by different environments around us, like school, family, and community. School is one of those environments, and it plays a big role in shaping my growth. That is why I feel pressure to succeed and stay on track. But the reality is, school does not slow down when I feel overwhelmed. Deadlines stay the same, even when I feel mentally and physically tired. There are times where I tell myself, I'm okay, I got this. But deep down, I am just trying to keep up. Next is family responsibilities, which have become a big part of my life. As I got older, I started noticing that more responsibilities were being placed on me. As an older sister, I am expected to help take care of my siblings, do chores, and support my family whenever needed. It feels like at some point I got promoted in my family, but without training. There are times where I am doing schoolwork and suddenly I have to stop and help at home. It can be exhausting trying to switch between roles. According to Yuri Bronfenbrenner, the family is one of the closest and most important environments that influences a person's development. This means my responsibilities at home are not separate from my growth. They are shaping who I am, my values, and how I handle situations. Also, Vygotsky explains that people learn and grow through interactions with others, especially with support from those around them. Even though my family depends on me, they also support me emotionally, and that support helps me keep going even when I feel overwhelmed. But I will be honest, there are days where I feel like I am carrying too much. I feel tired, stressed, and not okay. But I still smile, still help, and still show up like everything is fine. Because of all this, I experience a lot of conflict between school and family responsibilities. There are times where I have assignments due, but at the same time, my family needs me. In those moments, I feel stuck, like I have to choose between two important parts of my life. And honestly, I wish I could just clone myself sometimes. This situation is explained by role theory, which means that every person has different roles in life, like being a student, a sister, or a helper. Each role comes with expectations. When those expectations happen at the same time, it creates stress and pressure because I cannot fully meet all of them at once. At the same time, Yuri Bronfenbrenner explains that conflict happens when different parts of our environment, like school and family, both demand our attention. This is exactly what I go through. Emotionally, this is one of the hardest parts for me. Sometimes I feel guilty when I choose school, and other times I feel stressed when I fall behind. According to Erickson, going through these challenges is part of developing independence and identity. Even though it is stressful, it is helping me grow into who I am becoming. But growth is not always easy. It can feel heavy. If I got two small chicks and a bright pink lips. Even though I struggle, I try to find ways to balance both areas of my life. One strategy I use is time management. Even though sometimes my schedule looks organized, but my life still feels chaotic. Another strategy is asking for help, which connects to Vygotsky. His theory explains that learning becomes easier when we have support from others. This reminds me that I do not have to do everything alone. Communication also helps me. When I talk to my teachers or my family about what I am going through, it creates understanding. This connects to Yuri Bronfenbrenner because it shows how my different environments can work together to support me. And honestly, sometimes my strategy is just telling myself, "You're tired, but don't quit." In conclusion, balancing school and family responsibilities during emerging adulthood is something I personally find very challenging. As a student, I have career demands that require my time and focus. As an older sister, I have family responsibilities that also depend on me. These roles often overlap, creating stress and moments where I feel like I am not okay, but I keep on going. The theories from Erickson, Vygotsky, and Bronfenbrenner help explain what I am experiencing and remind me that this is part of my growth. Even though it is difficult, these experiences are shaping me into someone who is stronger, more responsible, and more independent. And yes, maybe a little stressed and tired too, but I am still standing. Never ever happened to me, 'cause I'm that girl, tall girly. Boy, I got a small girl fantasy. Baby, I am Nivesiona, and thank you for watching. Personality, would you